Hello, I'm Anissa. Welcome to the Patron of Management Theology. This is the second episode. We will talk about Genesis chapter 2 and chapter 3. In the last episode, we found the relationship and links of blessings and management that God the Creator grant to humankind, the people, in his creation. There are three blessings. The first one, be fruitful and multiply to the fish of the sea, and the birds of the air, and the living thing that moves upon the ground. The second one have two parts. The first one is be fruitful and multiply to humankind, and with subdue. The second part, dominion over the birds of the air and over every living thing that moves upon the earth. And the third one, the blessing, is to the seventh day. Hallowed it, because God rests from all the work that he had done in creation. So in chapter 1, there are 6 types of management by using the words rule, subdue, and dominion over in 4 Hebrew words. All come from and due to the creation of God. That is my research. The beginning to look for more details of God management. I believe that the management God is mentioned is not only for himself alone. God is expecting us to use his management like him, because we are created in his image and carry his likeness. So I carry on want to finding out the content of his management, any principles, core value, and demonstrations. Let us continue what information we can find in Genesis chapter 2 and chapter 3. In this episode, we are going to end in chapter 3. It is because both male and female will not be stay at their birthplace anymore, where God had made them. From these 2 chapters, we look for information of creation from 4 categories, finding more details about God's creation. A second one, the content of subdue between Adam and Eve. And the third one, the content of dominion over other living creatures. And the last one, God's way management. Okay, the first one. We find more information from God's creation. That is from chapter 2, verse 4 up to verse 17. The author of Genesis used the Lord God from chapter 2, verse 4 onwards. The Lord is more than the Creator. Also the Lord. The Lord is all in capital letter, L-O-R-D. The Jewish is usually called Jehovah the Lord. From this name, we know that the Lord is self-existent and eternal. Also, God continues to work after the rest day. God decided to create humankind and create male and female. So in chapter 2, verse 7, it provides more about the creation progress. The Lord used dust, mud, earth of the ground as the material shaped and molded according to his desire, whatever in the Lord's mind. His likeness too. To complete the creation of man with dust, there are 2 steps. 1, the Lord blew the breath of life to his nostril. The breath contained wind type, divine inspiration, intellect, soul, and spirit, which is full of flesh, strong, alive, living, springing, etc. The primitive root word meaning of the word life is to make, revive, to keep and save and restore. And the second steps, the object of man became a living soul. The Hebrew word living is the same as the word we just talked about, life. If a person has breathing ability, a living soul is in it. Even though the Bible is not a medical book, it contains medical sense. No breath of life is a sign of not living anymore.